And so if you've got some questions, one of the things that we've really not had time to get to because I've been packing too many things into a class is there's always a little bit of yoga that I have to go with it. Another question here, the deep breathing makes me want to go to sleep. You know, it's a very relaxing thing. In fact, one of the great times to do your breathing practice is before bedtime. It's a natural way to relax the body and help you get into a very deep sleep. And you know what? You can practice it actually literally in your bed right before you go to sleep. And if it leads to you say, oh, I was going to practice more deep breathing, but I fell asleep. Congratulations, you did one of the things that you should do, which is get some good sleep. It's one of the healthier things that we can do. So I'm going to show you something, and I don't know if you'd be comfortable getting down on the floor, so I'm going to show you a simple twist, and I'm going to do one seated in a chair, because I don't know that everybody would get on the floor, and then I'm going to show another version of this actually down on the floor, because we have time for me to show that, and then I'm going to open up everybody's mic so that we can actually chat a little bit about some things, ask some questions. So I'm just going to move my chair back so that you can see me. And there's just bunches of dog toys around me right now because Trudy's in the room. And I'm going to be in a seated position as you could be as well, sitting in a chair. And I'm going to show you just a couple of simple twists. And twists are great, especially the ones that focus on the rib cage structure, because our spinal condition and our rib condition could actually be limiting the amount of breathing we're capable of doing. So if we're sitting right now, absolutely important is that we do not create any stress in our back. We're not going to tough it out or force our body into a position that it doesn't want to go into. So that's number one. It's got to be very pleasant. And second of all, I'm going to sit forward in my chair so I don't collide with anything in the back of the chair. So most of my sitting bones are on this chair right now, so my legs are forward of it. And I'm going to make a long spine so to help myself out. I've got some space behind me now. I'm going to put my hand back on the back of that chair. I'm going to put my other hand on the opposite knee. And I'm going to lift my chest up. If we're doing anything else, I'm just going to pull my rib cage away from my pelvis to create some space in my vertebrae. And then very gently, I'm just going to twist my shoulder forward and twist the other shoulder back until I feel a very pleasant twist. And in this twist, I'm now going to breathe into my belly deeply, try and expand it. And then very slowly, I'm going to exhale and unwind myself out of that. It was very simple, very simple. And so now we're going to do it in the opposite direction. So now I'm going to take my other hand and just place it on the chair back behind me. This other hand's going to go to its knee. And the first thing and the most important thing, I got to create length, so we're going to lift up the spine. Very long spine. And we're going to begin to turn one shoulder a little forward, the other shoulder a little bit back. You don't have to go any particular direction. Just sort of creating a little bit of a twist. And that twist, breathe into your belly nice and deep. And then exhaling very slowly. Now, what I wanted us to feel is that it was a little difficult to breathe in the belly, and the ribs were expanding a little bit too. And so that was a challenge. And of course, in a challenge, it makes things happen. Now, don't do anything that's going to make your low back or your upper back or your neck or shoulders or anything feel bad. But that's the seated in a chair version of a twist. And I'm going to show another one where we sit on the floor. Now, you can do again what we did in the chair. But I'm showing this one on the floor because sometimes it's nice to lean away and pull a little bit away. So I'm going to come down onto the floor. I'm going to be sitting with my knees relatively wide apart and my hands back behind me. And I'm going to be leaning back. So this allows me to lean back and pull some of the pressure off of my low back and pelvis. I'm going to tilt my legs. I'm going to be going to the left, and the outside of my left leg comes down and the inside of my right leg folds in as well. All of my weight's on my left side. I'm going to take my right hand over to my left knee, and my left hand's just going to be over to the side of me here. I'm going to lean toward my left to keep more of the weight off my spine, and then just degree by degree I'm going to tilt my right shoulder around. Now as I'm going into this, I'm going to try and breathe into the belly, into the sides, into the back. A nice deep, deep breath. And then exhale. I relax. I'm going to do another breath just like this. I'm just going to go into the twist, and while in the twist, I'm going to take another deep, deep breath. And then I'm going to exhale. I like doing things 3 times, so we're going to do it a 3rd time. We're going to create a nice little length. We're going to inhale. And then exhale. And then we're going to do it the other way. So I'll show you the back view of what's happening. Again, I come back to the center. My knees are up and wide. My hands behind me. I'm lengthening. This time my legs are going to drop toward the right. Outside the right leg comes down. Inside left leg. You can see all the weight is on my right hip. My left away. My right hand behind me. I'm putting my left hand on my right knee. I'm leaning. And when I'm ready, I'm just tilting my left shoulder around, creating a mild stretch. We inhale. And we exhale, coming out. We do it again. We go into a very gentle feeling twist. We inhale. And we exhale. And then once again, we come in. And if we did it just right, a beautiful little border collie will appear. And then we exhale. Oh yeah, she's got to find the toy basket. All right, so that was a gentle stretch. Oh, here's your little monkey.